Hello everybody and welcome back to another yoga class. My name is Ali and I'm going to be leading you or guiding you through this sequence. Today's class is all about detoxifying the body, so you're going to find lots of yummy twists. I would say it's more beginner intermediate, but give it a go. It's not going to take too long, a nice quick one that you can do at any point in your day. If you're ready, grab a mat. If you don't have a mat, just have a nice carpet underneath you and let's begin. So let's begin our practice by coming into the room, arriving here, letting the days past just float away for a while and whatever's to come in the future to just remain on hold for a little bit. Let's do this by coming into Sukhasana, an easy cross-legged seat, or if you want to just have your legs out, or into Lotus. This is yogi's choice here. Let's place our hands on our knees. If you fancy perhaps taking your hands into your lap, whatever feels right to you in this moment is the one you should take. And when you're here, let's make sure we have a nice straight spine, shoulders can roll up and down, and let's close our eyes. Let's start to focus on our breaths, taking big long inhales. Feel the whole torso filling up with oxygen, and exhale out through the mouth, letting it all go. Let's repeat. Inhale and exhale. Let's see if we can begin to deepen these inhales and lengthen them, holding on a little bit longer. And exhale through the mouth. Let's do 2 more big yogic breaths. Exhale. And last one, big inhale. And exhale, release. Beautiful. So if you're ready, bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Bowing our heads to our hearts. Maybe setting an intention here. And let's release our hands, open up the eyes, and welcome back to the room. Beautiful. So coming straight into a tabletop position on our mats, we're going to have our knees directly under our hips, our hands directly under our shoulders. We're going to just do a couple of cat-cows. So inhale, drop the belly, let your heart radiate forwards and gaze up to the ceiling. And exhale, rounding through the spine, making a C-shaped cat position. Inhale, let's repeat cow, drop the belly, radiate forwards with the heart energy and look up. And exhale, cat. Pushing through the hands, really opening up through the back of our shoulders. Wonderful. Coming to a neutral spine. We're going to kick our right leg out behind us, so our toes come to the mat, or for me off the mat, and a straight leg. And we're going to lift the leg up to be parallel with our body. If you're happy here, stay here. If you want to challenge your balance, let's lift our left arm up. So we're now in an extended tabletop. Inhale, let's lift our arms and legs a little bit higher. And as we exhale, rounding through the spine, let's bring our knee and elbow to meet underneath, rounding through, looking at our elbow and knee. Inhale, return, lifting up through the arms and legs, looking high. And exhale, coming back through, elbow and knee touch. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, rounding through. Starting to ignite our core a little bit. Inhale, let's come up. And this time, if you want to, let's bend through that right knee. So we now have a 90 degree. And our left arm can reach around to grab the right foot. Inhale, lifting up through the chest, radiate energy forward. Beautiful, one more breath here. And exhale, release. Let's just do a barrel of the hips one way and a barrel of the hips the other way. Wonderful work, guys. So, planting our hands back onto the mat, let's now extend our left toes out behind us, making a straight line with our left leg. If we're happy here, let's lift the leg up, really reaching through that right glute this time, making sure our hips are square so we're not opening up like this. We're nice and dialed down. Flexing the toes will help here. If you're ready, inhale, right arm raises, creating a little bit of height through the arms and limbs. As we exhale, round through, knee and elbow touch, gaze can be down. Inhale, extend, energy radiates forward, and exhale, round. Let's inhale again, and exhale, rounding through, elbow and knee touch. I'm not sure how many I've done, so we'll do one more for good measure. Inhale, let's rise, raise our energy, lift up, spirits high, and exhale, round. This time as we inhale, let's bend through our left leg, and right arm can go around to reach to grab for the left foot. Inhale, energy high. You can really use that energy of your back foot to push against your hand to increase the back bend here. And then exhale, release back to the mat. Whew, beautiful work, guys. Let's do a barrel roll one way and a barrel roll the other. Just loosen up through our glutes. So if we're ready, let's walk our hands forwards, just an inch or two. Tuck the back toes under and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're only staying here for this part of the practice. You'll either be happy or sad to know this is our only down dog. So let's make the most of it. Pedal out the feet. Open up our hamstrings. Push our chest towards our legs. Really opening up our chest. And just for one breath, let's find a little moment of stillness. Exhale, release it all out. Beautiful, bending softly through the knees. Let's walk really slowly up to the top of our mats. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, root to rise. Inhale, sweep arms up all the way overhead. Ardha Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm already sweating. The detoxing has begun. So we're ready. Let's start our sequence. So bending through the knees, we're going to come to a chair. So sitting the hips back. We want our feet to be toes together and ankles just a little bit apart. It gives you some space. So bending through the knees, let's send our hips back. Inhale, arms rise, chair. From here, we're going to send our balance into our right foot and lift through the left toes, crossing the left leg over the right. Now, toes can remain here on the floor, or if you can, wrap that left foot around the right leg, eagle legs. And when you're ready, left arm comes underneath the right to have eagle arms. Let's stay here. Breathe, inhale and exhale. We might find a little bit of lift and lightness through our arms, creating a little bit of space. One more breath. As we inhale and exhale, release back to the mat. Nice work, guys. So coming back to our chair, let's inhale, hips come down, let's bend, sending our hips back, bending through the knees, chest is raised. Wonderful. As we exhale, maybe we sink a little bit deeper into our chair. let's bring our hands to heart center, prayer hands. And if you can, let's bring that left elbow out to the outside of our right knee. Really pushing into our hands to open up through a twist here. 1. Remember to try and sink those hips low as possible. 2. And 3. So from here, we're gonna bring our left toes behind us to come into a twisted lunge. We're gonna do it in one movement. I challenge you guys. It might be a bit hard, we might fall, it's not a problem. We're all in it together. So sending energy down into our left foot. When we're ready, let's step those right toes back. Beautiful work, guys. Keep pressing into those palms. Keep revolving those shoulders to be stacked on top of one another. If we want to, let's open up the hands, drawing those right fingers up to the sky and left fingers down to the mat. Beautiful. Exhale, let's bring the hands back down to the mat. As we inhale, root to rise and come up to an extended wide-legged forward fold pose, rotating those rotating those right toes in to the back of the mat. I'm fully aware that I'm facing the wrong way, so I'm gonna switcheroo. I'm gonna pretend you guys are still in the same position. This way it's less embarrassing for me to have my butt to the camera and you can actually see what I'm doing. So we want to have our feet parallel with the short edges of our mat. So we're going to slightly turn out our heels. So we're pointing the toes in a little bit. Beautiful, bringing the hands to the hips. Let's engage our quads by pulling up our kneecaps. Energy is lifted through the chest. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Inhale, and as we exhale, following the movement through the chest, let's bring our heads towards the mats. Hands can now come in between the feet. Beautiful. We love forward folds here, or I should say I love, it's just me. So letting the weight of the head come towards the floor. Maybe the weight comes into our toes a little bit more. Let's breathe here. Wonderful, walking the hands forwards. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to hip. And inhale, let's come all the way back up to standing. And let's step back towards the top. Wonderful. So that's the sequence on one side. We're going to repeat for the other leg. So having our toes touching again, feet an inch apart, ankles an inch apart. Let's inhale, sit down into our chair, bending through the knees, arms raised above our heads. Beautiful work, guys. Peeling the right foot off the mat. Let's cross it over the left leg, wrapping around if we can. If not, keep your toes on the floor for balance. When we're here, let's now bring the right arm underneath the left, coming to eagle position. Wonderful work, guys. With exhales, let's find ourselves sinking a little bit deeper, and inhales, our arms can lift a little bit higher. As we exhale, let's release, straightening through that left leg, and walk them out a little bit. Wonderful, repositioning our feet, toes together, ankles an inch apart. Let's come back to our chair. As we inhale, let's bend the knees, sinking the hips back, arms rise. We almost want our upper body to be parallel with the shins of our legs, if we can. So really keep that pelvis rotated down, chest is lifted. Exhaling, sinking a little bit deeper. I trust you guys got this. Wonderful, let's bring our hands to our heart centers, Anjali Mudra. As we exhale, let's bring that right elbow to our left knee, pushing into our hands to come into a twisted chair. Remember to keep that tailbone tucked under, hips coming towards the floor. So if we're ready, from here, pushing our weight into our left leg. Feel lighter in those right toes. We're gonna step back to our lunge. Inhale, exhale, let's do it. Well done, guys. Keep pushing into those palms, rotating into our high lunge twist. Twisted high lunge, there we go. If we want to, if you're a little bit more advanced, let's open up those arms and really start to twist deeply. As we exhale, let's float those fingers down onto the mat and come up to our wide-legged forward fold stance. We're rotating those left toes to the front of the mat, to the long edge of the mat, sorry. So once we're here, let's just make sure we're properly aligned. Remember, feet are parallel, so slightly turn out those toes. Hands come to hips, sorry. Catching my breath. I'm definitely working hard today, guys. Inhale, open up through the chest, shoulders roll back and down. And as we exhale, let's lean forward, following our chest as we go. Hands this time can either come back to the feet, or if you want to reach out for your ankles, let's come here. Let your head hang loose. Really using the strength of our elbows to help pull our heads towards the mats. Easing into opening up our hips. Breathing deep, guys, don't forget to breathe. I'm definitely getting our circulation going here, blood is pumping around. Bringing our hands to the mat just below our heads. Let's inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bring our hands to our hips. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. So from here, what we're going to do, we're going to heel toe. So that means stepping into our heels, stepping into our toes. And we're going to keep doing this until our feet are just bigger than hip width apart. About here for me. And I'm going to have our toes at about a 45-degree angle, but just turned out. Because we're going to come down into our yogi squat. Now this is really quite challenging on the hips. If you want to just opt to meeting us at the floor, please do. But if not, let's come here. So when we're ready, bending through the knees, bringing our bum towards the ground. Let's have our hands meet in prayer position. Elbows are just onto the knees, opening up. If you need to come onto the toes here, that's absolutely fine. And breathe. Wonderful, guys. Let's just move side to side, easing into our hip opener, and then bringing the hands to the mat, walking them around behind us. Let's come to a seated position. So turning around on our mats, just because we should make the most of them whilst we have them. And let's come into some more seated twists. So bringing the ankle of our right foot underneath the left leg, we're going to bring it to the outside of our left hip. If this is a bit intense here, don't worry, I'll have a modification for you. Then we're going to bring the left ankle to the outside of our right knee. So we're looking something like this. If this is feeling uncomfortable and it's just not serving you, let's unravel the bottom leg, the right leg, and just have it out straight. But if not, let's stay in our bind. From here, we're going to inhale, right arm comes up to the sky, and as we exhale, bring it to the outside of that left knee and begin to twist. Wonderful work, guys. That back hand is just there to stabilize you. What is important is that your spine is nice and straight and energy is radiating out the crown of our heads. Wonderful. Using our breath as a guide here. With inhales we find length, and with exhales we might twist a little bit deeper. It is so important though that you don't crank here. Your spine is very gentle, so treat it with lots of care. Just go as far as you can feel a slight resistance. Gaze can be over that back shoulder, the left shoulder. Beautiful work, guys. On our next exhale, let's unravel. Just bringing our hands over to the left side. Just do a quick counter pose. Just looking the other way. Wonderful, guys. Unraveling the legs. Let's have a quick shake out. Now we're going to just do the opposite. So bringing the left ankle to our right hip, and then right ankle to the left knee. So just like this, again, option to unravel here if you need to. If not, let's stay here. Inhale, left fingertips rise up to the sky. Exhale, let's bring that left arm to the outside of the right knee and twist. Now this is where the wringing out a towel metaphor is really nicely, because you can really feel it on your spine. Just imagine yourself as a damp cloth. That is really not nice, but I've said it, it's what it really is like though. A damp cloth, and you're just wringing it out, sweating out all those toxins, massaging out internal organs. Really beautiful detoxer. Again, with inhales find length, and exhales let's twist a little bit deeper. As we exhale, let's unravel the spine really gently, bringing our hands to our left side body, and just do a quick counter twist, walking them behind you. Wonderful work, guys. Let's now straighten the legs out in front of us, pulling the fleshy parts of the butt to one side so we can really anchor through our sit bones. Sitting up tall, spine is elongated, energy is pulling out through the crown. Let's walk our hands forward as we exhale, forward fold. We can grab onto the feet here, ankles, shins, wherever you are. Let's be there. And just take some deep breaths into our fold. Every day is different in yoga, so don't feel disheartened if you're maybe less close this time, or you might feel like you're starting to open up through the hamstrings and you can fold a bit deeper. Again, like with our twists, with inhales we find a little bit of length out through the spine, and with exhales we might just be able to bring that belly closer to our thighs. Wonderful. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, release. So coming down onto our mats, we're going to do a shoulder stand. This is quite an advanced move, so if you are new to the practice, or you have neck issues, or maybe you're just not confident doing it without a teacher, just grab yourself a block and we'll find a modification, or just if you don't have a block, that's absolutely fine. What we're going to do is we come onto our backs. If you don't have blocks, let's lift our legs up to a 90-degree angle. You're going to have all the same benefits of having the blood rush in the opposite direction. It's just a little bit harder to hold. If you do have a block, let's push our feet into the ground, lift the hips up, and just place the block under the sacrum for support, and inhale, legs come up. Beautiful, and stay here. If not, for those yogis who want to try a shoulder stand, we're going to support the body through the elbows, so pushing our elbows into the ground. Inhale, let's roll our legs up, catching our lower back here. Let's bring our knees towards our heads, so we can just walk our elbows in a tiny amount, just to feel a bit more stable. And if you're ready, Let's inhale, lift our legs up, walking our hands down our backs. Oh, it's a bit difficult to talk like this. Yes, but if you're following me, let's try and squeeze through the glutes. I'm going to try and talk, but obviously my throat chakra, my throat mandra is really quite closed off right now, so I'm finding it a little bit difficult. But it's really lovely to have the blood draining down from our feet towards our heads. Again, just really amping up that circulation, getting the blood moving in an opposite direction, switching things up. It's very relaxing, but also very detoxifying. Remember to keep breathing. At any point, feel free to come out of the shoulder stand. Just make sure you do it safely, so bending through the knees and dropping the hips down. But if not, just a couple more breaths. On our next exhale, let's bend through the knees, catching our hips into our hands and gently coming out of our shoulder stand. Wonderful work, having the legs out in front of you. We're just going to come up onto the elbows this time, onto the forearms, and drop our necks back for a little counter stretch, fish pose. Head is rooting towards the floor here, but don't worry if you're not near. Inhale, chin to chest, and exhale. Let's lie flat on our mats. Wonderful work, guys. Let's bring our legs out to the corners of our mats. Let them hang really heavy, the feet hanging out to the side, and the arms can be palms up either side of the body. Giving yourself a bit of space. Let's come into Shavasana. So staying focused on our breaths, staying present for just a few more moments. Let's begin to observe our natural breath. Perhaps you're breathing a little bit deeper than in the beginning of the practice. You can feel the heat that we've built up throughout our practice and forms a little sweat on our skin. Ready for a wonderful shower to wash all the toxins away. Relaxing fully, allowing our limbs to hang heavy, feeling completely supported by the earth. Begin to wiggle our fingers and toes to slowly wake up the body, bringing the movement into our wrists and our ankles. Let's roll over to our right side body, using our hand as a pillow, and just take one more big deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Pushing into the ground with our arms. Let's keep our eyes closed and come back to our seated position, Sukhasana. Staying tall in the spine. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. Thank you for practicing with me today. I know we have probably all felt the woes of quarantine, perhaps eating a little bit more unhealthy than we have because the snacks are more around us, or in my case drinking. I definitely needed this practice with all the birthdays I've been celebrating online. Let's bow our head to our hands, remembering our intention for the day. Namaste. Thank you all for practicing with me, and I'll see you next time.